Okay, so it has been over 6 months since I made the first review of the Galaxy Tab S7, and I've been using it for quite a while, and my opinions have changed largely. I'm surprised about that. So, this is the last and the biggest and the detailed review that you guys have never asked for the Galaxy Tab S7. Okay, to start off with, one of the things that I really liked about the Quad HD Plus AMOLED 120 Hz buttery smooth display. The display is just so gorgeous and so good for watching movies, playing games, and it just adds to the super snappy vibe. And I've really loved it, and it has stayed the same buttery smooth since day one. And like, it's 11 inches, and 11 inches is pretty good for watching movies, playing games, doing all of your media consumption, and all of that productivity sweet stuff. Everything. It's just such a gorgeous display, and it's exactly what you would expect from a Samsung made A grade panel. Also, side note, it's a adaptive sync display, which means that it'll adapt to 120 Hz for the appropriate content. So, if you play a lot of games and do a lot of media consumption, and you're a person who's more into productivity, you need better battery life, right? Well, this thing does have that. Like, the 8000 milliamp hour cell just kills it. Cell is just so hard to kill in one day. It's just so impossible to kill it actually in one day, unless your cell is just someone who just games, and you can just keep on gaming for like 7 hours and it'll just stay strong. And even with brightness and then 1440p on, you just can't kill the battery in a day. Even though you have high brightnesses, you're always on 120 hertz, and it's just so hard to kill the battery in a day. Like, it's just such a chunky battery, and you'll be happy with it for like almost 2 days if you just use it for like normal stuff. And even if you just use it for like normal purposes, you can go without a charger for like almost 2.5 days or something. It's a strong and solid battery. Okay, so I was talking about media consumption, how media consumption takes up toll on battery. And what else do you use a tablet for? Gaming? Well, this thing can do it. This thing has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus, thank God no Exynos versions anywhere, with a 5G modem, which means this tablet can support 5G speeds. And it's paired with an Adreno 650 GPU that's just like so good, and the graphics are just so well presented. And it's paired with the fastest storage, UFS 3.1 storage, up to 512 gigabytes, and you can like pair it up with 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM, which is pretty good. And I can easily go with the 6 and 128 gigabyte version because that's just how much I actually do. So because of the beefy specs, the games just work as a treat, and it's just so refreshing to see that you can actually play good A-rated games on the highest graphics without any lag or any compromise on quality. And it's a bigger screen. So bigger screen plus higher refresh rate plus better screen plus all of these nice and beefy specs just make it a good gaming machine as well. Now for the operating system, this also happened to be my favorite part of this. Yeah. You want to know how? Okay, so in my earlier review, I told that Android sucks as a platform for tablets, and Google has already given up. But Samsung hasn't. Okay, so in this tablet, it's One UI 3.1 that is actually like customized for the tablet. But like Samsung has made it very well optimized, and shortcut keys just like Alt Tab just works how it actually works on Windows as well, making it kind of a laptop experience. And I'm all in for that. It just works really well. And the cherry on top here is Dex. And I couldn't believe myself how much I actually like Dex. So Dex is just this form of Samsung way of just making it into a Windows mod kind of thingy, but it still runs on Android. But a lot of things are just optimized for the Dex experience, or even just a normal tablet experience. Like for example, how Spotify has unlimited skips. So you're literally getting premium Spotify on an Android device with unlimited skips, and you don't have to like shuffle and stuff. You can just go and select. So it's just like the desktop variant, but compressed for the tablet experience, or like the Windows-like experience, just for Samsung tabs. So I was really impressed with this. So I actually originally thought, and with my original experience with this, I thought, okay, Android can never be a tablet-based organizer. But Samsung's One UI 3.1 has actually made this really well. So I really like that feature. I never actually personally knew that I would love that feature. So that's one feature that I really liked. Now, okay, so when I bought this, I got it with the keyboard case. And damn, is it productive and productive at the same time. So I did drop it once or twice, and I'm just happy that it didn't crack. And notice that this was before getting the screen protector. So you might have seen a lot of cracks on the B-roll footage, but it's not really because of like, I just dropped it once without the case. That's it. Excuse me. So, okay, so before getting the screen protector, I actually used it with the case, and I dropped it once, and the case survived without a single scratch, as well as the screen. So the case is actually textured on the outside of the keyboard, so it doesn't make it really heavy, and it just attaches into like two pieces instead of becoming a big all heavy weight like the iPad Pro Magic keyboard. So I'm all in for that, and it's all really cool, and it just like props up with the kickstand behind like a Pixel Slate, and it's just impressive. So even the keys, they feel very tactile and very clicky, and I didn't pay extra for this. I just got this free with the tablet itself. So that really completes the desktop experience, and I'm really grateful to have it actually, because the reach of the S Pen also makes it pretty undesirable. So okay, I was talking about the S Pen right now. So the S Pen also one of the features of the Galaxy Tab S7, just to make it into a all-in-one productivity suite. But hear me out. It sucks. It sucks big time. You wanna know why? Especially like if you see the felt tip of the S Pen, it just softens over time, and the detection is not really great, and you can't really like draw properly as if like the iPad Apple Pencil, which has like a hard tip. It does not have a soft tip. It has a hard felt tip, while this just has a soft pinky thingy, and I can't draw with it. I can't do like a lot of things that I used to do. Like at the first it was okay, but as the time just worsened, it just started getting degraded, and I stopped using it actually. I just stopped using it after some time. I started using my fingers. So stylus? Who needs a stylus? You have to use them, you have to throw them away. Yuck! Nobody wants a stylus. So the S Pen literally sucks, but the use cases are really good, and I was really using it for like the first 3 months, but after that I had all of these problems, and I hate it at this moment. Okay, so cameras. So it's a dual camera setup on the back, but it's very, very average cameras. So the last two, which is the S Pen and the cameras are pretty okay, and the S10, the S Pen was a bummer. So cameras are pretty okay, I guess. Like a 10 megapixel main sensor, 5 megapixel ultra wide. Shots are okay, not that detailed, but not shabby either. And it's usable. And I just find that they didn't really like use the whole thing on the cameras and increase the budget like what the iPad Pros did. So I'm fine with like usable okay cameras. And a selfie camera it's average. It's usable. You can use it for like FaceTime calls, Zoom meetings. It's fine. And all of that, like a Samsung OS with like single take, hyperlapse, super slow mo, and then portrait, and then you've got live focus. All of that just works normally. So it's just a Samsung experience, but just in a bigger screen and a bigger viewfinder. That's it. But other than that, it's pretty good. The camera is just normal and pretty good. So okay, overall, I've liked a lot of things about it, and I don't like a lot of things about it. So what am I supposed to say? Well, it's almost at the same price as the original iPad Pro, 11-inch model, around like $799 or something, $799. So I'd rather say go buy the iPad. Mostly because this isn't a complete experience. And even though like I like all of that Android stuff, and even though it has a lot of support, I'd rather tell you to get an iPad because the experience on an iPad is actually better. Even though if it's a little bit expensive, the future proofing is just more better because Android is not supported. And if Samsung falls, so do these. So just get an iPad. iPad is actually better. And even though it doesn't give like proper value, I'd say the experience is better. So actually get an iPad. But if you're really someone who actually has a lot of Android stuff and doesn't actually own any sort of, I don't know, Apple device or something like me, then sure, get it. It's a really good productivity suite and it has a lot of good things for it going for it. So just go get it. But let's wait until the Tab S8 or S8 Ultra, if it actually ever comes. Semiconductor problems. Also note to the charging speed. The charging speeds are around 25 watts and it's included in the box. Included in the box. Included in the box. I know, right? So generous of these companies.